Hello, participants. Welcome to the GMI webinar. So we'll just take a few more minutes and give our colleagues time to join in. So please give us like 2 to 3 minutes so that we allow others to join. And we'll be starting shortly, possibly in the next 2 or 3 minutes. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you, Esther. Thank you, James. So as you come in, please write your name on the chat and where your country so that we can know who is with us. So for those who have just joined, we are still giving other participants time to join us. So in the next 2 to 3 minutes, we'll start the webinar. So just go to the chat box and write your name and where you are from. Thank you. Thank you, Gena. Thank you, Remy. So possibly 1 more minute, then we can start. So it's 5 after the hour. So I'd like to welcome all of us participants. You're very welcome to this GMI information webinar. It's a very, very important webinar for us because today we'll be learning about global mentorship initiative, a partnership that we have with Wells Mountain Initiative has with GMI about mentoring our scholars. So I'd like, yes, thank you very much. Mariam also put on your video. So today we have our Director of Partnerships from Global Mentorship Initiative, Madalena, with us. She'll be taking us through GMI and what it does for our scholars. And we also have Mariam, we also have Brian. These are graduate scholars, WMI graduate scholars who are doing very well. So what I want us to do is that Mariam, you'll just say, we want to hear your voice. Mariam will be speaking to us later. She'll give her testimonial, and Brian too. So Mariam, we want to hear your voice, your name, and where you are from. Thank you.
Hi everyone, Mariam Suleiman here. I was a WMI scholar. I got accepted into WMI 2018, and I'm happy to be here. Thank you very much for inviting me to give my experience about the GMI Mentorship Initiative. So, yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Mariam. Brian?
Thank you everyone for joining. My name is Brian Okinda from Kenya. I am a graduate scholar, WMI graduate scholar. Got accepted to WMI in 2019 and graduated in 2023, and underwent the Global Mentorship Initiative, and I also graduated in the same. So I'm happy to share our experiences. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mariam and Brian, for being here. We look forward to hearing what you went through with GMI. So today we want to hear from Madalena. Madalena she joined GMI as the Youth Partnerships Manager, but now she's the Director of Youth Partnerships. And she leads the development and execution of strategies, resources, and partnerships with youth organizations to expand GMI's impact and support the growth of GMI youth programs worldwide. So she'll be telling us more about GMI and how we can interact with GMI as scholars and how we can benefit. So Madalena, it's over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Elizabeth, and thank you, Brian and Mariam. I think that it's going to be very enriching for us to be able to learn a bit about your stories. So as Elizabeth was saying, my name is Maddalena Matti. I'm the Director of Youth Partnership at GMI, and I'm here to give you a bit an explanation on how the program works. I'm going to try to make it short so Mariam and Brian can have the possibility to share also their stories. So I'm sorry, I'm not super used to Teams, so to Zoom, because usually I use Teams, but could you please tell me if you can see my screen, like in full screen?
Yes, it's good.
Okay. Well, I'm here to present the GMI Mentorship Program. The GMI Mentorship Program, it's a free program that it was built in 2019, and which objective is to help you and guide you through the next stage of your life that would be trying to find and landing in a job. The mission of GMI is to bridge the gap between graduation and first career job from young professionals from diverse communities. And we do that by matching you with a mentor who's gonna work with you through different steps. And it's gonna help you understanding and using the EI, the human connection, and to gain the confidence that you need to be able to start working and entering in the workforce. Right now, we believe that you young people, you have a lot of technical skills, but sometimes we don't teach you what you need to have and the confidence that you need to have to be able to start the first career and really be ready to start this new step on your life. And this is why the program was born. The program is a flexible and structured program. Of course, it's free. We are not going to ask you money. It's also free for your youth partners. So it's a program that we really do because we believe that having a mentor can really change the things for you and can be super useful. And I was saying that the program is flexible, but it's structured. It's flexible because you're going to be the one choosing when to meet with your mentor, which platform to use, which moment of the day. So the program really adapts to your need, but it's structured because we already have planned what you're going to be working with your mentor in every session. As you can see, we have 3 different blocks. The first block is really going to help you being and getting ready for a career. So you're going to work with your mentor on the resume and the CV creation, on how to use the AI as a tool to get more opportunities once you start looking for a job, how to build a business network, developing a career plan. And in the 7th session, we give you 1 year of LinkedIn Premium account for free as part of one of the benefits to be part of the GMI community. In the second part of the program, it's really focused on getting ready for interview. So you're going to do some mock with your mentor to get ready to this interview, and also how to look for a job and where to look for a job. And in the third block, it's really focused on once you start looking for a job, how to be the best employees as possible. So all the program is one-to-one with the mentor, And the mentor is going to really help you through all these steps and all these skills that it's good for you to have to be able to look for a job, and to also help you with the confidence that you will need when you start this process, and to be able to show to the rest of the world how you are the best option for the work, that for the job that you want to landing at. The mentor that you're going to be matched with is a mentor that it doesn't necessarily have to come from the same background as you, as the program is really focused on the soft skills. But you have a community of mentors that can help you solve those doubts that your mentor may not able to solve by himself. We run the program every Monday. That means that every Monday we start with a new cohort of students, which means that you can engage to the program and apply to the program whenever you think is the best moment for you. These are some metrics about the program. I'm not gonna spend too much time on these. Just once you're gonna apply to the program, you're gonna have to fill an application, and the last part of the application is a pre-mentorship survey that then we ask you the same questions 6, 12, and 24 months after you finish the program. And with these questions, we want to ask you about your confidence and the skills that you have and how ready you feel regarding looking for a career and starting the career and the job. As you can see in blue, you have the results that the students said before the mentorship, and orange the same answers after the mentorship. There is an improvement in average of 37 points in career confidence and skills after the mentorship. That means that the students, they self-report that they feel more ready, that they have more ability and more confidence to start looking for a job. And one thing that is, I also think that is important to mention about the program is that the 74% of our mentees globally had a job within 6 months of graduating. Now, how do you start the program? To be in the program, the only thing that you need to do is fill the application. I'm gonna send you and put again the chat in the link so you can have access to the webpage in which you need to do this application. And once you have complete the application, we are gonna review the application to determine if you are eligible or not for the mentorship. In either case, we send you an email explain you either if you were accepted to the program, even if you were not accepted. In the case that you were not accepted to the program, we explain to you why you were not accepted, and you can plead your case. That means that if you still think that the program can be useful for you and you want to be part of the program, you can just explain to the team why, and then we are going to accept you to the program. Once you are part of the program, you're going to receive an email with an orientational activity that you need to do. The orientational activity takes around 10 minutes to be done. And once you are done the activity, then you are ready to start being the queue to find a mentor. And once we have a mentor, we are going to ask you if you're ready to start. And if you're ready to start, then we are going to match you. Typically, it takes us around 3 up to 4 weeks to find a mentor for the student. Right now, it's a really good moment because we have a lot of mentors ready to be matched. And that means that if you apply, like in these days, probably you will get matched even earlier because we have a lot of mentors ready and willing to start a mentorship at this moment. Once you finish the program, you're going to receive a certificate as this one, and we are going to explain to you how to use this certificate both in LinkedIn and in the curriculum. This certificate is becoming more important because when a company and organization see this, the organization know that you have been working through some soft skills and some abilities that other people don't. So they know that you have been working on your resume, that you know how to set the SMART goals. They know that you have worked on your job skills interview. So this is why we explain to you how to use this certificate once you finish the program. Regarding some metrics about the program, since the beginning of our partnership, that was in 2021, 237 students applied to the program, the GMI program, from Wells Mountain Initiative. And out of them, the students were coming from 29 different countries. So it really doesn't matter where you are based, because we have mentors in more than 100 countries. Right now, we have almost reached the 10,000 students in the program. And we really would love to see even more students coming from the Wells Mountain Initiative program, because we really love to work with you. And I think that this is an amazing opportunity. Eligibility criteria to be part of the program. We ask you to be affiliated with a GMI Youth Partner Organization. In this case, it's Wells Mountain Initiative. It is super important that once you do the application, you select Wells Mountain Initiative once you are doing the application, as there is a question and ask you which college or youth organization you belong to. And you need to select Wells Mountain Initiative, because if you don't select your school, then we don't accept the students that they are not affiliated. We ask you to be proficient either in English or in French, because those are the two languages in which we have the program available right now. We ask you to have access to a PC, not just a smartphone, because there are some sessions that they are more complicated to be done by a smartphone. For instance, all the session in which you need to work on the CV, it's a bit complicated if you need to work at your CV at the same time that you're talking to your mentor through a cell phone. And we ask you to have less than 3 years of working experience in a career environment, in professional career environment. The program is really built for people that they are going to start looking for a job. And as you have seen, all the things that we work in the program, they are going to help you achieve this first career job. So if you already have a good LinkedIn, a good resume, or you already have done a lot of interview, probably the program is not going to be so useful for you. That's why we say that you need to have less than 3 years of working experience in a professional career environment. When I was studying, I studied psychology, and at the same time I was working in an ice cream shop. The experience that I had in the ice cream shop would not have counted as professional experience in a professional career environment, because it was not related to what I was studying, but I also didn't need to have a CV or a LinkedIn, or I didn't have to do a lot of professional interview to get to that job. So it's really important to understand the difference between any experience that you can have, professional experience, and a professional experience in a career environment. And then regarding the educational status, we ask you to be close to finish your academical path and start to be looking for a job. That means that we ask you to be less than 2 years away from graduating. So students that they are applying right now, they need to be graduating before February 2027. And in the case that you want to pursue your education, we ask you if you want to pursue your education while looking for a job. And in the case that you want to continue your studies but also looking for a job, then also the program is a good suite for you. And we ask you to be between the ages of 20 and 35 at the time of application. After this, we can make exception in some cases. Mostly we do exception based on the working experience. So if you have doubts about being eligible or not to the program, what I would suggest you is to reach out either to Elizabeth and the rest of the team of Wells Mountain Initiative, or either to me, and just tell us why and the doubts that you have, and we can try to help you figure it out if the program could be a good match for you or not. Mariam and Brian are going to tell you a bit more about their experience and how was the program for them. So I'm not going to explain more about this. I just wanted to share with you, this is the QR code that is linked to the application page that you have seen in the screen. And I'm going to send you also the link in the chat. I hope that I didn't speak too fast and this was clear enough. And if you have any question, you can either put them in the chat, either we can just solve them at the end of the session. And now I'm gonna get the word back to Elizabeth. Thank you very much for your time and for your attention.
Thank you very much, Madalena, for that very good presentation. Very, very informative. So For those who have come in after we started, please go to the chat, write your name and where your country, so that we know that you're here with us today. So we want to hand it over to Mariam. Mariam went through the GMI program, and she's here to tell us her experience as a mentee of the GMI. Over to you, Mariam.
Thank you very much, Elizabeth and Madalena. Thanks once again for inviting me to share my experience. So I got into the JMI program in 2021. I was among the first cohort that got nominated by WMI. Thanks a lot, WMI, for nominating me for such a wonderful opportunity. And during that period that I got accepted into the JMI initiative, I was in my final year, and I was at that point in my career where I was not really sure like where I want to go, like what I want to do, if I should probably like apply for an industry experience or go into academia. So then I had a lot of things I wanted to do, but with the JMI mentorship program, it's helped me to be able to like streamline my career plan and actually focus on what was really important at that particular point in time and what I really wanted to pursue. My mentor was Sanita Pukite. She was an amazing person, although she was not from an engineering background like I am or like I was. But she was very, very understandable, and she had a lot of skills and experiences that she impacted in me. And I think one of the highlights for me was actually utilizing LinkedIn to be able to get opportunities. During that period, I was not active at all on LinkedIn. Then I think I have like only probably like 200 followers or less. And currently, I think I have over 4,000. And I would attribute that to my experience with the Global Mentorship Initiative. So it was a great experience. It really prepared me for my career path. And it was during that period I was applying for a postgraduate fellowship. I've done some couple of like interviews before, but I had never really understood like some of the like patterns or like tricks one needs to actually utilize to prepare for interviews. And so during my 3 months program, JMI mentorship program, my mentor actually prepped me for the interview, and I was able to get acceptance into the fellowship program, and it was a fully funded scholarship program at the Nigerian University of Technology and Management. So aside that, in regards to career plan more so, the GMI mentorship initiative has like sort of like this streamlined template. So it makes it easier for you and your mentor to be able to follow sort of like a path, just like Madalena has shown earlier on in her presentation. So I think that helped us to be able to know like what to expect. And usually as a mentor, given that you have a portal where you have like access to all the necessary resources that you've been needing for the whole mentorship experience, it's made it easy for me to be able to like go back and also to be able to like go through those resources even earlier on before our scheduled meeting with my mentor. And usually after each phase of those plan, she would usually give like an assignment, sort of like an action plan, so that to complete before the next meeting. So yeah, I think it was a very proactive method of helping or supporting I and supporting other people as students or whatever part they are in their career to be able to achieve whatever dreams or aspiration they have, and also to be able to be intentional about developing their network on LinkedIn, because it was through developing like my profile and everything on LinkedIn that I was able to get like some job opportunities via LinkedIn. Like I was able to build like a very strong, right now I have a very strong, I would say I have a very strong LinkedIn community. And that is as a result of the teachings or the learnings I got from my mentor through the JMI program. So yeah, thank you. I guess that's probably all I have to say. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mariam. We've had that, the LinkedIn networking, you were able to learn how to do that, and it was very advantageous. Thank you so much for that. So we'll go over to Brian to tell us his experience.
Thank you, Elizabeth and Mariam. Thanks for sharing much that we experienced. Yes, my name is Brian. For those who've just joined, I am a Kenyan, WMI graduate scholar 2023. I got accepted to WMI in 2019, and in 2021, June, we got again accepted to the GMI, Global Mentorship Initiative program that has really shaped our careers. Just like Mariam has said, highlights on the mentorship is once you get to the program, you get attached to a mentor, whom personally I'm still in touch with up to now. And in fact, we just communicated today in the morning, and I shared that I will be presenting on the value of the mentorship we had with him. His name is Miten Kumar. He's Indian. And during that time, we underwent a 14 one-hour session. Currently, I see it's 12. It's been reduced. And the sessions were very enriching, most importantly on networking, which was really affected by the LinkedIn. Just like Mariam has said, equally, before I was not on LinkedIn. We were really just on Facebook and these other social platforms, but we got to know the value of LinkedIn, and I've really grown my networks based on the LinkedIn accounts that I have. And in regards to resume building, when we got to the GMI program, I was still in my second year, though I had started working in my area of expertise in the library. So I was learning as well on job. And just to share, a great impact is that with the skills and the soft skills that has been shared by Madeline initially, that the mentorship basically focuses on the soft skills rather than the hard skills. And the soft skills enabled me with the interviewing skills that I learned from my mentor to apply for jobs. And I got one where I am currently based on how I was really able to build on my resume and make applications and got noticed among the best. So the program really supported us to where we are. And for the WMI scholars, student scholars and graduates who yet to join, this is just an encouragement call that the GMI has really shaped the career, our career plans and the future. It prepares you for the job market so that when you get to the job market, you really know what the job market demands. So in highlight, that's what I can share. I'll be happy to hear from you if there are any questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian. So I was wondering, Brian, now that as we wait for our participants to put in the questions, there was that
Sure.
time difference. How were you able to overcome? Because you said India, right?
Yes, it's school. Yes, I was in my
Yes.
second year. Yes.
So how are you able to, with your mentor, how are you able to put a schedule that worked for both of you? Was it like you had to really sacrifice?
No. You see, when once you've been matched with your mentor, it's now between you two to plan yourselves. There are times that we had sessions even at night. Yes, so it was very flexible for us to plan ourselves. So it is so flexible once you are matched. because also the mentors are also at times busy. So it is just planning, calls for planning from each other's end so that you get the 1 hour real time. At times it's so enjoyable that you even get up to 2 hours because you want to get the real value. It's so interesting.
Okay.
Sure. Yes.
All right. So we have a question here from Esther Achanda. She says, thank you so much for the professional networking. Is there any future plans of networking those who want to progress with postgraduate studies? That would be for you, Madeleine.
Yes. So for us in the GMI program, if you plan on continues to study, but also are going to be looking for a job and do this both things at the same time, then you can still apply to the program. But if you want to pursue the studies and focus on that, then we will suggest you to reapply to the program once you want to start looking for a job. Just because as Brian and Mariam was like highlighting, one of the things that we work a lot is LinkedIn, and you're going to have access to the LinkedIn Premium account. And this is really useful once you're going to start looking for a job. So it's better to have the program done once you're going to be applying the learnings that you're going to learn from your mentors. I don't know if this answers your question, Esther.
Thank you for that answer. So Esther, yeah, she says thank you so much.
It's always a bit strange when we need to answer to a chat, I'm sorry.
So Genta asks, I'm a medical student in my final years of study and plan to pursue a specialization after graduation. Since medical training differs from other fields, would I still be eligible to apply for this program?
Hi, Genta. Of course, you're going to be eligible to apply for this program because the program is focused on the soft skills. So we accept students for every background that you have and from any studies. Of course, there is not at all problem with that. We actually have some mentors coming from medical and science back. We have mentors. We have almost 7,000. We have more than 7,000 mentors in the program, and they are coming all from different backgrounds. So it's not at all a problem. I'm sure that you're gonna find a mentor that is gonna be able to guide you even in this specific field.
Just to add.
Thank you.
Yes. Actually, even I personally, I wasn't matched with somebody who, my mentor wasn't a librarian or in the library profession. But later again, we appreciate the GMI that the continuous follow-up on the progress of the graduates is really key for me, because there are times that we again got other mentors now in the line of profession to track progress in your career plan. So it thumbs up for GMI, because the follow-ups really are an indication to really gauge the value of the mentorship, like the progress. What's now the results of the mentorship? Sure.
Great to hear that there is that kind of follow-up even after the follow-up after, because it seems now it's a career-oriented partnership now with your mentor. They work with you. That is awesome. So there's a participant asking, can one participate in the program more than once?
And the answer is no. I'm sorry to say this, but actually, once you are doing the program, you're going to learn the skills and you're going to have already a good CV, a good LinkedIn. So it wouldn't make a lot of sense for you to reapply to the program. So I have to say, no, you can apply to the program just once. But it's true that I think that one of the most important part, and is also something that Brian was saying, that he just reached out to his mentor this morning. This is one of the part that I like the most about the program, is the human connection that you are gonna make with the mentor. The mentors are all volunteers, so they don't get paid to be part of the program. They do this because they want to do this, and they wanna learn with you and teach you and really help you. So the human connection for me is the most important part. So it's true that the connection and the relation that you're going to build with your mentor, most of the time is a relation that it's not going to break or finish once you finish the program. And also, I would like to say that I didn't talk about this because I was trying to be as fast as possible, but we have, as I was saying, mentors coming from more than 7,000. We have more than 7,000 mentors coming that more than 100 countries. The mentors are all at least 25 years old, and they need to have at least 3 years of professional experience to be eligible for the program. So that means that we are always going to be matched with a professional that has experience and really can guide you in this new step of your life.
Thank you very much, Madalena. Mariam, did you have the time zone problem with your mentor, like challenge?
No, I think just like Brian said, my mentor was in United Arab Emirates then. And I think there was not much difference in the hours, the time zone and everything. But yeah, we actually made everything work. So I think during the first meeting, that's where you would actually establish like what time you want to be meeting up. So, and based on you guys' schedule, you can be able to make things work.
And so
Yeah.
even after the mentorship, you still maintained contact with your mentor?
Yes, we do. We do still reach out, like keep in touch from time to time, although because like she's a very busy person. She's actually leading her own like establishment right now. And so she is very, very busy.
Wow, great.
But we keep in touch from time to time.
I have a question for both of you. Did you have any issue understanding the accent of your mentor? Because sometimes we have cases of students who said, I remember the case of the student that was based in a refugee camp in Kenya saying that he didn't understand the accent of his mentor because was coming from India. So it's always something that for me it's interesting. I'm Italian, I'm based in Spain, so English is not my first language. But that's why I'm interested, just out of curiosity, not anything else.
Okay, from my end, I would say that there is much advantage because GMI provides the student resources. So it is very easy for you to interact prior with what is expected, because whenever you plan a session, you know you are going to discuss this. So you have you've previewed the resources before. So when you get to the conversation, even if the language barrier kidogo, but you are really getting into it, it's not much difficult.
Yeah, I'd say same with what Brian said. I don't think there was actually like a language barrier. She was able to communicate well in English, and I was able to understand perfectly and also communicate likewise.
Great. So we have a participant asking, can I apply as a second-year engineering student? He has a course of it's a 5-year course, who is just 18 years, hoping to gain insights on how I can stand out in the job market and things I need to do just to be exceptional in my career.
To apply to the program, you need to be at least 20. So this is really one of the eligibility criteria in which we are not flexible about. You need to be 20 because if you're too far away from finishing your studies and too far away from start looking for a job, then the program lost part of its purpose. So I will suggest you that you can wait a bit longer because this opportunity is always going to be here for you. The program is always going to be free, so this is not something that is expiring. But if you want to apply to the program, you should apply to the program once you are getting closer to that moment in your life in which you are going to start looking for a job, or in which you are at least 20. But as I was saying, we do the matches every week. So this is a program that is really, we started in 2019 and we have grown from 4 students to 10,000 students. So this is not something that we are going to stop anytime soon. So don't worry. When your time will come, we are going to be here offering you the program, because once you are part of a West Mountain initiative, you're always going to be welcome to be part of the GMI program as well.
So Madalena, if I possibly I went through GMI and I finished my first degree. Then I was lucky to get a scholarship, maybe to do a master's, 2.5 years or 3 years. So I go to my master's, and then I'm wondering, are there some things I may have missed 3 years ago that may be relevant now? Is there, maybe that's what people are asking, can I reapply? Because maybe at that time, maybe it's 3 years down the line, maybe there are new things that I may have missed that time.
The problem is that the program is always the same. It's true that we have done some changes, as Brian and Mariam were sharing at their time. The session used to be 14 and now the session are 12. So really the program as it is built right now, it's, if you already have worked on this with the mentor, it's gonna be boring to go again over. I mean, I'm sorry to say this, but it's gonna be boring to go over again the same things that you already worked. It's true that in 3 years, a lot of things can change, but then I would suggest if really after 3 years, you think that there are some things that you can lose, you can always contact us and try to see if we can provide you with other materials, if there is anything that we need to do. But I don't think that reapply to the program, it would be useful. I don't know. This is my impression, but I don't know if Marian and Brian want to say something about, do they think that, I mean, because I know that Mariam, you applied to the program in 2021, if I'm not, if I can recall right. So it's been more than 3 years. So I don't know if you think that you will have the need to reapply to the program now, but typically the learnings that you learn with your mentors are things that you're gonna be able to store with yourself and reapply and modify to adapt to the situation that you are right now. But I'm gonna let, as Miriam gave, like.
Yeah, I think like you just mentioned just now, I think it's sort of like going through the process is like a lifelong is a lifelong accomplishment, or like a lifelong skill, or something that you gain for the rest of it. Like is with you, like it's with you. So it's just left for you to like apply it in your life as you go on. I think for me, what I noticed is in 2021, then there was no I think there's a particular module that I noticed got added on. I think that's the AI tools for job search or something like that. But so like during my own time, I like ChatGPT had not yet been like established, and so like AI tool were not like profound or being like used like the way it's currently being used right now. And so I think that was one of the reasons that informed like JMI to add that into the program. So but I guess that too is something you could actually learn if you are a WMI student and also someone that went through the GMI process. I think it's something for you to be able to easily like utilize also based on the skills you acquired during the program. So yeah.
Just also to add, you see, in education, we are taught that you learn, relearn, and unlearn. So you learn, relearn, and unlearn. So the GMI to WMI students, scholars, or graduate scholars, just a starter pack. There are so many other opportunities outside here that we've explored over time, because with the soft skills that we got from the GMI, we were able even to look for even more opportunities to advance these skills. So it's an advancement. So it's a starter pack. You could always also revisit, because the student resources that GMI provides are things you can share and keep on applying every time and then.
Oh, that is very, very clear that the foundation, the skills that you're given are a good foundation, soft skills, which you can use for the rest of your life, and you can add on even as you go along. That is very, very encouraging. So there's a participant asking, in a situation where a mentor is not available and unable to fulfill the required needs of the mentee, can the mentee be rematched?
Yes, the GMI team will follow up with you more or less every 2 sessions to ask you how the program is going. So if you have a problem at any point of the program, you just need to tell that to the team, and we are going to try to find you another match and try to solve the problem. So of course, if there is a problem and the mentor is not able to fulfill the required of the needs of the mentee, we can really try to find a solution. Because the GMI team is always going to be there, the operational team is always going to be there to solve all your doubts, and you can contact them directly every time that you have a problem.
Great. So that is awesome that they are able to get in touch with you immediately if there's a problem, and they'll be sorted out. All right, so I'm not sure I can see any more questions. So participants, if you still have a question, please, you can write it down. So I think we have done very well. We have learned a lot from Madalena, from Mariam, and from Brian. Maybe just closing words from Brian, then Mariam, and then Madalena.
Thank you, Elizabeth. I think to start is to appreciate WMI for giving me this opportunity to share with our fellow scholars the value of global mentorship initiative. I think this call was to invite more students to apply. Students, there is much value in this, and I would beseech you to make apply and see the value for yourselves. So you will build on your soft skills, you will build on your networks. You see, LinkedIn is provides platforms for networks, and it's for professional growth, because you network with people in the career, you network with the employers, potential employers, and you network with even fellow career personnel that you follow what they do. So I want to appreciate the GMI also for giving us this platform, and there is really value. We as your alumni, we see value in the mentorship. You see, we still get in touch with the mentors that we never knew we would have. You see, so that's really a good thing for us. Personally, it's really built me. I have explored other opportunities available, like the yearly in the leadership initiatives. It's been able to make me even apply for other opportunities that WMI has offered. Like currently, I'm implementing a seed grant. I have already aligning my career goals that I set in the mentorship. I've started an initiative having my community library running, courtesy of the pro. It started somewhere when we were making the plan, the career plan. So with the journey, the GMI and the Wells Mountain Initiative is keeping with us. You see, we are trying to realize our career plans. So it's really a great venture, and I would really encourage student scholars, graduate scholars who have not applied for this opportunity to please grab it. This is the time. Thank you.
Great. Mariam?
Thank you very much. Thanks, Brian. And yeah, so what I would just say is I encourage each and every one of you to apply. It's a very great opportunity. And when you're applying, be very, very intentional about like what things you want to like take out of the program, and also be very, very proactive. So you have to be proactive and like dedicated to it to be able to gain like to maximize the opportunity. And another thing I want to add is like, yeah, thank you very much, WMI, for the opportunity, because like I think 2021, I didn't know about GMI. It was I just received like an email invite or nomination invite from GMI to apply for it, and then I applied, and then I got into the program, and it has been very, very, very useful skills and learnings that I gained from the program that I'm still using till today. So if you're interested in applying for this, please do apply. You have nothing to lose, but a lot more to gain from the program. And I could say like from the program, I was able to gain like strategies and like ideas on how to like currently I run a mentorship program myself. And so like the learnings have informed me on how to like structure the program. And even when I served as a global advisory board member in WMI, but during the first phases when we are planning the whole mentorship initiative, that also helped in like bringing like ideas on how to like structure the mentorship, which is currently very, very active right now. So yeah, thank you very much.
Awesome. So I think participants, we've had scholars. Brian is doing his project, his library project. Mariam is doing her mentorship project. They're doing very well, and they got their foundation from GMI. So I would like to give Madalena the final words.
On my side, I just want to thank you both to be here, particularly to Brian and Mariam, to share with us your experience. Is always a pleasure to hear from you and the story of success that you have. So thank you very much for being with me today. It's always better when I'm not alone. And thank you very much, Elizabeth, and the rest of the Wells Mountain Initiative to organize this. And for the rest of the students, I really hope to see you all join the program and to meet you at some other point, and maybe one of you can be with me the next time that we need to present this to the next cohort of students that can join the program. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Madalena. We appreciate. Very well articulated, very well put. We have learned a lot. And we have our executive director. She's Nicole. So Nicole, maybe you can give us your last words and close the meeting.
Sure. Thank you all for making this possible for some of our mornings, some of our afternoons, and for most in the evening. It's a pleasure to have the partnership with GMI, and we look forward to all WMI scholars who are eligible based upon the criteria which was laid out to participate. So we know that for some, this means holding and knowing that it's an opportunity that will be there for you in the future, as was shared. And for others, I hope that this means you'll be able to sign up in January, since we do have a few more days, or in the month of February. And what a great opportunity for us all that GMI starts new matches every week. So thank you everyone for being here this morning, afternoon, and evening. And another round of applause to our partner. Thank you so much for being with us, Madalena.
Thank you very much. It was really a pleasure. And as Nicole said, happy whatever part of your day is left for you. So thank you very much.
All right. Thank you all for coming, and we wish you a good day, a good afternoon, a good evening, all the best. And we look forward to the scholars applying and being the best and coming and speaking about their good experience. So bye, everyone.
Bye. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.